right, how many of you either attended the Jacob Collier concert in Costa Mesa or our master class with Jacob last night in Bovard? Raise your hands. Awesome, awesome. I want some feedback live. Now, I know I was talking about it like 2 months before this. Did it live up to the hype?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I want to hear some feedback. What do you think? Especially people who didn't know who he was. Yes.
His opening was just phenomenal. The way that he conducted all of us in those harmonies without even speaking, it was super powerful.
I should play this video. So he came out and instead of opening with a song, he conducted the entire audience as an instrument and had everybody singing different notes and moving them. If you've never, it felt like church. Not that I've been to church, but it felt like my vision of church is. What else? Great question, by the way. Great question in the class. Feedback. Yes.
It was extremely just like captivating, and I feel like you could tell that he just looks at the world differently than everyone else. And I just sat there the entire night and just like heard him talk about things.
He may be from another place. True, like don't you sort of think like the way he sees music and the way he sees the world, just different, different frequency. Other feedback, yes, up top.
I thought it was cool. It's like his brain moves like 1,000,000 miles a minute, and it was crazy. Like I was telling my friends, it's like it must be hell inside his brain sometimes because he can't listen to a song like all of us. So he analyzes every single part of it. So it's just like crazy how he's analyzing it.
I mean, you saw that, you know, the session he did in Logic to show that song that he built, 600 and something layers of it, you know, with like just seconds in the way that he changed each effect. Other opinions, feedback. Yes.
I thought he did a really good job balancing sort of technical musical stuff with things that anybody can understand and connect to. When he was explaining about production, about songwriting and everything else, it was really fun to watch from the perspective of a musician and be like, I know exactly what they're talking about. And you're making everybody else understand and speak your language.
That's sort of what I always do. So I'm not in that room. So Mircea, as everyone knows, is a doctoral student. He's just a world-class guitarist. That we did try to sort of suggest, hey, Jacob, if you want to pull anyone on stage. And so we introduced him back. But a lot of times artists, they don't want to be thrown a curve on a night when they're just coming in. So they don't want to rehearse anything. But Mircea, thanks for being ready to go. There were plenty of Thornton music students there. And so I didn't ever feel he was talking above our heads, but you're right. We can appreciate it even if we can't relate to the depth of his mastery, how much time he's put in. But I'm glad you appreciate it as well. I'm glad you brought your wife. Any other feedback questions? You asked a great question, by the way. Justin, who did a ton of research on him, what did you think? You did
I was literally, my mouth was open the entire time. I loved how much he just did whatever the hell he wanted. He ran around. He would, even if you're in a discussion with him, he would get up, run to the piano, go do something, run back to the piano, run around. I love how he didn't wear shoes. That was so entertaining to me. If there was anyone that, like, not to be biased, but if there was anyone I would do a masterclass on for sure, not even though I know the guys here, it would be him, because that mind is something else. It is going places.
I mean, we're going to talk not about this, but like I've interviewed a couple hundred people in the past 10 years, you know, including, you know, all the names that have been through here. I've never seen a mind work like that. You know what? It's pretty fascinating to see, but great question, because your question led to the Logic demonstration. So good setup. Any other feedback? Anyone go buy his album? Anyone listen to his music yet? Anyone want to go to a show tomorrow night at the Wiltern? You missed it? Email me. I think I can get you tickets. I'm leaving or else I'd go. It's the LA crowd is a great crowd to go experience it with because it's a super knowledgeable music crowd. And so he may do some special things. And in terms of footwear, I think he's getting a Croc endorsed. He wears Crocs.
Yes.
And I think they're coming out with a Jacob shoe that like plays music as you run around in the fall. Yeah, I met him 7 or 8 years ago through Quincy Jones. And he just performed at a small stage in Santa Monica. So to watch this like teenager grow up, and you know, for those who weren't there, he's done 4 events with us over the past 4 years. He's done 0 with UCLA. And one of the reasons is, you know, that we keep asking him because it's a new class all the time and we do different things. But the other is that his manager, Michael Pay, went to USC, looks out for us. So it's a very home crowd. Awesome, love it.